Tonight, as you prepare to rest, let us enter a space beyond distraction. Not the noise of endless scrolling, not the pull of unfinished tasks, not the heavy echo of tomorrow's worries. Instead, we turn to something ancient, something timeless, something that has guided the hearts of men and women long before our restless modern age. We turn to Stoic wisdom, the calm clarity of Marcus Aurelius, the gentle reason of Seneca, the steady discipline of Epictetus. They knew the importance of the night. For them, evening was never just the absence of daylight. It was a moment of reflection, a ritual of release, a time to settle the soul and prepare it for rest. You are here because you want peace tonight. Perhaps your mind is full. Perhaps you carry thoughts that do not leave easily when the lights go out. Perhaps your body lies still, but your heart and mind continue to race. Know this, you are not alone. This is a condition as old as humanity itself. The Stoics wrote of it often. Seneca spoke of restless nights filled with anxious thinking. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor, admitted in his private writings that sleep often escaped him. Yet they each discovered that tranquility was never fully dependent on the body's tiredness. It was a matter of how the mind prepared for night. So tonight, let us practice what they practiced. A night meditation built on ancient rituals, a pathway toward stillness, not forced, not chased, but gently uncovered, as if peeling back the layers of noise until you find the quiet that has always been there. Take a moment now. Allow your eyes to close or simply soften your gaze. Feel the contact between your body and the place where you rest. Notice the simple fact that you are supported. The ground, the bed, the earth itself is holding you. You do not have to hold yourself up. You can release the day, breathe in slowly. Feel the breath as it enters, steady and cool. Hold for a moment, then release, letting the air fall out naturally without force. Again, breathe in and breathe out. With each breath, imagine the day loosening its grip on you. Tasks unfinished, conversations replayed, the subtle weight of regret or worry. See them all drift further away with each exhale. This is the first step of the ritual, the art of release. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. At night, this is a reminder that no matter what tomorrow holds, you do not need to solve it now. The power of the present moment is enough. You are not responsible for controlling the entire world before sleep. You are responsible only for guiding your mind toward calm. And that is what we are doing here together. As you listen, let my voice serve as a gentle companion. You are not asked to believe anything strange, nor to perform any elaborate technique. You are simply invited to remember what the ancients knew, that tranquility is possible even in a restless world. Beneath every storm of thought is a still sea, waiting for you to return. Beneath every wave of anxiety is the shore of calm, solid, and unmoved. This is the place the Stoics called home. This is where we walk tonight. Before we move deeper into these rituals, pause for gratitude. The Stoics taught that each night before rest, a person should reflect on what has been given. Not the possessions gathered, not the status achieved, but the very fact of life itself. You are alive now. You breathe. You can reflect, you can rest, you can return to yourself. Let this awareness soften your heart. Gratitude, the ancients believed, is not merely polite. It is medicine for the soul. And so tonight, give thanks silently within. Thank the day for what it brought. Whether joy or hardship, for each moment carried its own lesson. Thank your body, even if weary, even if restless, for it has carried you through another day. Thank your mind, even with its racing thoughts, for it has tried to protect you, tried to solve, tried to survive. And now whisper to yourself that it may rest. You are safe. You are here, and the night welcomes you into its quiet arms. This channel, Still Within, exists for this reason, to remind us that calm is always possible, that in a world full of noise and endless demands, there remains a place of inner stillness untouched by circumstance. If you feel drawn to this journey, know that you are not alone. Thousands walk it with you each night, each morning, seeking wisdom instead of distraction, peace instead of chaos. If this message speaks to you, allow yourself to stay connected. We are a community of seekers, remembering what it means to live with clarity, to rest with trust, to wake with purpose. Now, with your body supported and your breath calm, let us step further into the ancient night. The Stoics had a practice, a simple reflection before closing their eyes, one that dissolves worry and prepares the soul for rest. This is the second ritual, and it begins with a question. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." These words were not a distant abstraction. They were born from his own nights of unrest, from his own mind spinning with thoughts of what might come. He knew that fear does not live in the present. It lives in the shadows of tomorrow, in the endless what-ifs that steal the stillness of the night. Tonight, let us learn from him. Let us release the imagination's hold so that the reality of this moment, quiet, safe, calm, may reveal itself. Picture your mind as a table at the end of the day. All of your thoughts are objects scattered across its surface. Unfinished work, financial worries, conversations replayed, doubts about tomorrow. Each thought has a weight, and when they pile together, the table cannot hold steady. Seneca's teaching is the invitation to clear that table, to set aside what is not needed tonight. So let us practice this now. Breathe in deeply, hold for a quiet moment, then exhale long and slow. As you release the breath, imagine one object leaving the table. Perhaps it is the worry about tomorrow's responsibilities. See yourself placing it gently aside. You are not destroying it nor pretending it does not exist. You are simply setting it down where it cannot disturb your rest. Again, breathe in, hold, exhale. Another object leaves the table. Perhaps regret over something said today, or something left unsaid. See yourself laying it aside, giving yourself permission to revisit it only if needed when the sun rises. Each breath clears more space until the table of your mind is open, uncluttered, ready for calm. Seneca believed that reflection was the key to release. At the end of each day, he would ask himself, what weakness did I overcome today? What virtue did I practice? Where did I fall short? Notice how simple these questions are. They are not judgments meant to punish, but gentle lamps to illuminate the truth. For Seneca, honesty was the path to peace. When the mind hides from itself, it wrestles all night. When it looks clearly, it rests. So take a moment now. Ask yourself quietly, what did I do well today? Allow even the smallest answer. Perhaps you showed patience in a difficult moment. Perhaps you offered kindness, even unnoticed. Acknowledge it and let gratitude rise. Next, ask, where did I stumble? Do not judge, do not tighten your chest. Simply observe. Mistakes are part of being human. And the Stoics remind us, what has already happened is beyond control. It belongs to the past, and the past cannot disturb your rest unless you cling to it. Finally ask, what lesson will I carry into tomorrow? Hold one simple truth and then let the rest fall away. This practice transforms the weight of the day into wisdom, and wisdom does not disturb sleep. Notice how your body feels as you reflect. Notice if your breath has slowed, if your chest feels lighter. When the mind accepts what is instead of wrestling with what was or what might be, the body follows. Your shoulders loosen, your heartbeat steadies, your eyes grow heavier. This is the natural rhythm of release. You do not need to force sleep. You only need to allow space for it. Seneca knew this well. He reminded his readers that fortune may bring storms, but the wise prepare their shelter each night. The shelter is the mind at peace. Perhaps as you listen, another worry rises. The Stoics would tell you, do not resist it with anger, do not fear it with panic. Instead, examine it. Ask, is this within my control tonight? If yes, then set the intention to act tomorrow and release it now. If no, then accept its place in the universe and let it drift away. Either way, you are free from carrying it into your sleep. This is the dichotomy of control, the heart of Stoicism, and the very tool that transforms restless nights into restful ones. In the quiet of this moment, remember, the night is not an enemy. It is a teacher. It asks you to surrender the illusion of control, to recognize the limits of your power and to find peace within those limits. Seneca reminds us, life is short and many spend more hours fearing sleep than resting in it. Do not let this night be wasted. Allow your mind to unclench, your breath to deepen, your body to soften into the embrace of stillness. You are here, safe in this moment. The day has ended and its burdens no longer belong to you. Tomorrow will come as it chooses, but tonight is yours. Claim it not with struggle, but with surrender. This is the Stoic ritual of release, the practice of letting go, and in letting go, you will find sleep arriving gently, like a friend at your door. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, carried the weight of an entire empire on his shoulders. Armies depended on him. Provinces waited for his decisions. The health of Rome itself rested in his hands. Yet when night arrived, Marcus often turned inward. In his private writings, now known as meditations, he confessed the same struggles we face. The restless turning of the mind, the temptation to replay the day, the anxious pull of tomorrow. If an emperor could wrestle with sleeplessness, so can we. But Marcus also offers us a way through it. His first lesson for the night was acceptance. He reminded himself, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This was not a morbid thought, but a liberating one. When you recognize the fragility of life, the urgency to control every detail fades. You realize that tonight is not owed to you. Tonight is a gift, and gifts are meant to be received, not grasped. So as you prepare to sleep, whisper to yourself, this night is enough. No need for perfection, no need for certainty, just the gift of rest here and now. Marcus also practiced presence. He wrote, confine yourself to the present. At night, this is a call to release the grip of tomorrow's anxieties. The present is this breath. The present is the softness of your pillow. The present is the quiet rhythm of your chest rising and falling. Each time your thoughts drift ahead, toward tasks, toward worries, gently guide them back here. You do not need to fight the thought. Simply remind yourself, not now. Tomorrow is not here. Only this moment is. Let us try this together. As you breathe in, silently say, here. As you breathe out, silently say, now. Here. Now. This simple practice roots you in presence. And presence is the soil of peace. Marcus Aurelius, despite the storms of empire, discovered that stillness is always one breath away. Tonight, you can discover the same. Another of Marcus's night practices was humility. He reminded himself that even an emperor was only one small part of a vast universe. Look up, he would write, at the stars, at the turning heavens, and remember your place in the whole. Humility dissolves worry. When you realize you are part of something greater, the troubles of one day shrink in scale. They no longer demand your full attention at midnight. Tonight, you are a small but essential part of the universe at rest. The stars do not rush, the earth does not force, and neither must you. Marcus knew that reflection brings calm. He asked himself often, what is mine to do? What belongs to the universe? Before sleep, this question clears the heart. What is yours to do tonight? Only this, to rest. The universe will continue its endless motion without your anxious planning. The empire of your own life can wait until dawn. You need not carry its weight into the night. Now take another breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Feel your body soften. Feel your mind loosen. Imagine Marcus seated by lamplight nearly 2,000 years ago, writing his meditations quietly before bed. He was not writing for the world, not for history, but for himself, to calm his own restless mind. And now those same words reach you, guiding you toward rest. If his wisdom still speaks across centuries, let it speak to you tonight. Let it tell you, life is short, rest is sacred, peace is within reach. You do not need to conquer tomorrow tonight. You do not need to hold the world in your hands. You only need to return to yourself, still and steady as you drift into sleep. If this practice speaks to you, if these ancient words ease your mind, I invite you to stay connected with this community. Here at Still Within, we walk together in search of calm, guided by the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. By sharing these nights, these reflections, we remind each other that stillness is not a luxury, it is a way of living. If you find value here, let others find it too. A simple act, liking this video, sharing it, subscribing, helps keep this circle alive. It ensures that wisdom continues to echo in a world that desperately needs it. And perhaps, by joining in, you help someone else discover their first night of real rest in a long time. So as you breathe now, as you soften into the quiet, know that you are part of something larger than yourself. A community of seekers, a lineage of wisdom stretching from ancient Rome to this very moment. And tonight, like Marcus Aurelius, you too can close your eyes with calm, having placed down the burdens of the day, prepared to receive the gift of sleep. Epictetus was born into slavery. He owned nothing, not even his own body, yet he became one of the greatest teachers of freedom. How? By discovering that true freedom does not come from possessions, status, or control over others. It comes from the mind. He taught that nothing outside of us can truly harm us unless we give it permission. The chains may hold the body, but the soul remains free if the mind remains steady. Tonight, as you prepare to rest, Epictetus becomes our guide. His wisdom begins with a simple distinction, the one he repeated to his students again and again. Some things are within our control and some things are not. This is the cornerstone of Stoic peace. If you cling to what is not yours to control, your mind will never sleep. But if you focus only on what is truly yours, your thoughts, your choices, your inner response, then rest comes naturally. So let us bring this teaching into the night. Think of the worries that rise as you lie down. Perhaps they are about the future, the uncertainty of work, the health of loved ones, the turning of the world. Perhaps they are about the past, mistakes you cannot undo, words you cannot retrieve, paths you cannot walk again. Epictetus would gently remind you, none of these are yours tonight. The past has already slipped beyond your grasp. The future has not yet arrived. All that is yours in this very moment is how you choose to meet the night. And you can choose calm. You can choose trust. You can choose release. Take a slow breath. With the inhale, imagine drawing in the strength of freedom. With the exhale, imagine setting down what is not yours to carry. Again, breathe in freedom. Breathe out release. This is not imagination alone. It is practice. And with practice, the body learns, the mind learns, and soon this release becomes natural as sleep itself. Epictetus also taught that events are not what disturb us. It is our judgments about them. The same is true at night. It is not tomorrow's meeting that keeps you awake, but the story your mind tells about it. It is not the memory of a conversation that disturbs you, but the meaning you attach to it. Tonight, you have permission to lay down those judgments, to tell your mind, not now. Tonight, I rest. You cannot control the story your thoughts try to tell, but you can decide whether to listen. Like a teacher in a noisy classroom, you can simply close the book, dim the light, and let silence return. One of Epictetus's favorite practices was rehearsal of adversity. He would advise his students to imagine loss, to imagine difficulty, not to invite suffering, but to soften its grip. For when the mind accepts the possibility of loss, it no longer clings so tightly in fear. At night, this practice brings calm. You may remind yourself, yes, tomorrow may bring challenge. Yes, not everything will go as planned. And yet that is the way of life. Knowing this, I do not need to fear it. Knowing this, I can rest tonight. For worry does not prevent pain. It only steals peace. Freedom, for Epictetus, meant this: to live aligned with nature, to trust what comes, and to rest in what is. Tonight, you are invited to the same freedom. You do not need the world to change in order to sleep. You only need to release your grip on what is not yours. Your body is safe. Your breath is steady. Your mind, with practice, can let go. As you listen, feel your body surrender a little more. Shoulders softening, hands unclenching, legs heavy with release. This is the body remembering what the mind is learning. You are free. Free from tomorrow. Free from yesterday. Free in this very moment to be still. Epictetus often reminded his students that they could lose everything and still remain unbroken as long as they kept their inner freedom. Tonight, you may remember the same. Even if the day was hard, even if life feels uncertain, even if the future is unclear, you remain whole. You remain steady. You remain free inside. And in this freedom, sleep can find you. As you drift, know that you are walking the same path as those ancient seekers. You are practicing the same ritual of freedom. You are letting go of what does not belong to you. You are claiming what does: your peace, your calm, your rest. And in this act, you join Epictetus and countless others across time who discovered that the greatest victory is not in conquering the world, but in conquering the restless mind. Tonight, you do not need to win battles. You do not need to solve puzzles. You do not need to hold the universe together. You only need to sleep. And sleep will come not as an achievement, but as a gift. Receive it freely as one who is already free within. Now that we have walked with Seneca, with Marcus, and with Epictetus, let us bring their wisdom together into one simple night ritual. Think of this as a path made of 3 stones, each guiding your step into sleep. Seneca teaches release, Marcus teaches presence, and Epictetus teaches freedom. Together, they form a bridge from the noise of the day into the stillness of the night. We begin where Seneca begins. Release. The day has ended and its weight no longer belongs to you. Take a slow breath in, hold it gently, then exhale, letting one burden drift away. Again, breathe in and release another. One by one, see your table clearing, your mind lightening, your body preparing for rest. As you let go, remember Seneca's truth. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Tonight, the imagination may rest. You are free to lay aside the shadows of worry. Only the present moment remains. Now step onto the second stone. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who looked to the stars and reminded himself to confine the mind to the present. As you lie here, whisper silently, here, now, each inhale here. Each exhale now. Nothing else is required of you. Tomorrow is not yours yet. The past has already drifted. Only this moment is alive, and this moment is enough. The softness beneath you, the rhythm of your breath, the gift of being here now. Marcus would tell you the empire can wait, and so can yours. Finally, we come to the third stone, Epictetus, the freed slave who taught that true liberty lies within. He asks you what is yours to control tonight. Only this, your choice to rest. Not the future, not the past, not the opinions of others. Only this, your mind, your breath, your surrender. With each exhale, say to yourself, I am free. Free from tomorrow's weight. Free from yesterday's mistakes. Free from the need to solve what does not belong to you. This night is a gift and you receive it freely. Release, presence, freedom. Seneca, Marcus, Epictetus. 3 stones on the path. Step by step, the day falls behind you and the night opens before you. This is the complete ritual, the way the ancients prepared their souls for sleep. Not through distraction, but through reflection. Not through fear, but through wisdom. And wisdom leads always to calm. Now let us weave these 3 into one final practice. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, whisper within, I release. Again, inhale, and as you exhale, I am here. Once more, inhale and exhale, I am free, release, presence, freedom. This is the mantra of the night. Carry it with you into the quiet. Carry it with you into sleep. Notice how your body feels now. Heavier, softer. The edges of thought growing blurred, the rhythm of breath slowing, the mind surrendering. You are no longer clinging to the day. You are no longer reaching for tomorrow. You are resting here now, free within. This is the heart of Stoicism. Not just a philosophy for waking hours, but a wisdom that follows you even into sleep. As you drift, remember, you walk in the company of the wise. Seneca releasing his burdens, Marcus confining himself to the present, Epictetus resting in freedom. Their words echo through time and now through your night. What guided them through storms, through power, through chains now guides you into rest. You are part of this lineage. You are part of this circle of seekers who choose stillness over chaos, clarity over confusion, wisdom over worry. And if you feel that stillness growing within you, if you sense the peace the Stoics promised, I invite you to stay with us. Here in this small community called Still Within, we continue to walk this path together. With each reflection, with each meditation, we return to the same truth. The world is noisy, but the mind can be still. If you wish to carry this practice further, to return night after night, simply remain connected. A gentle act, liking this video, sharing it, subscribing, helps keep this circle alive. It is not noise, not obligation, but an extension of the same ritual, choosing to bring calm where it is needed. And perhaps by your choice, someone else will discover their first night of real rest in a long time. Now let all words fade. Let the ritual settle into silence. Seneca, Marcus, Epictetus. Their voices become quiet, leaving only your breath, only your body, only the stillness that has been waiting within you all along. You are safe. You are calm. You are free. Let sleep arrive gently like a tide returning to shore, steady and unhurried. The night is yours. Rest deeply. Sleep in peace.